we're going to take up, for example, a very important word. This is a word that describes a condition that all of us have in common and none of us want. We don't want to give it away either. It's the word serious. We're all too dang serious. Serious. This is a very interesting word. It has a number of definitions. The definition we are interested in here tonight is when interest is important because of penalty. I better pay attention or something bad is going to happen. I better not say this or somebody will get mad at me. I better say this or somebody will get mad at me. I better not do this or that'll happen. I better do this or that'll happen. I better not do this or that. I'll do this or that. I won't do this or that. And one's attention is continually oriented on what he doesn't want. And since you always get what your attention is on, wouldn't you agree that this explains a lot of trouble?
Yep.
Yeah.
You definitely get what you don't want because your attention's always on not getting it, not getting it. I don't want that, don't want that. It's like that alien monster. When interest is important because of penalty. Anybody here play golf? Any golfers? Did you all hear the question? Yeah. I just can't believe there are only 2 golfers. It's depressing, is what it is. Well, I have a lot of golf examples tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
What about putt-putt?
Putt-putt works. The point is, it's a very simple tale to tell, but when your attention's on doing what you're doing while you're doing it, you describe a competent person. In fact, a person is as competent as he can fix his attention on what he's doing while he's doing it. How many of you have ever had a little traffic accident, a little fender bender in your car? Show of hands. You remember just before that fender bender, your attention was someplace else. Your attention was on trouble at the office, or it was troubled relationship, or it was on figuring something out, or doing something else, but your attention wasn't on what it was doing while it was doing it. And you were, at that moment, incompetent, and that's all that it took. Well, this is what serious is. It's the opposite of competence. Any area of your life about which you are serious, you are incompetent in that. You're serious about relationships, you're incompetent in relationships. It's easy to fix, by the way. Very easy to fix. But it's not going to get fixed by running away from it. It's got to be real to you that you can't fix something if you're trying to get away with it. You're trying to get away from it. True?
Right.
Right. Serious. When interest is important because of penalty. Now, how many of you is it real that your past experience influences your present behavior? Okay. It's very true. All those incidents that you have had, injuries, betrayals, upsets, you sort of carry them around on your shoulder like a bag of things. And when something happens in the present that reminds you of anything like that, your attention goes away from now and goes into protecting yourself from then. You all saw the movie Jaws?
Yeah.
Saw this movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I love this movie. But isn't it true, in the beginning, when you see that girl swimming around in the ocean and trying to entice the young man out to swim with her, and suddenly you see views of her from different locations. And she's swimming, you see her legs, and you go, what's happening? Something, she's being towed around. Oh, it's just horrific. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And she's holding on to the dime of the bell. I'm still traumatized just thinking about it. But isn't it true that as the movie went on, whenever you heard, you're thinking, get back in the boat, man. Get back in that boat. And the music picks up, get back in the boat right now. Dude, he's fish food. You didn't hear the music. Now, how many of you ever loved and lost? You had that experience. So then you kind of went into a cocoon. As with any traumatic experience in your life, You impact against something. And when you come away from that impact, you've made a decision now. And the decision is the same decision that I've made or anybody else has made in that situation. The decision is, I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Whatever it was that you did. Oh, I'll never do that again. I'll never eat that much ice cream again. Or I'll never eat caramel again. Or whatever. I'll never try silly putty just for kicks. Super glue. I'll never see why super glue works by rubbing my hands together with it. I'll never do that again. You made that decision. Is this real to you guys?
Yes.
And when you did that, you made a decision that is forever. And you take a picture of it, and you hold that picture here in your mind. You can all remember the last meal you ate? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
What you ate, who you were with, where you were, the altitude of the room, barometric pressure, temperature, what you were talking about, what you were thinking about, the emotional content of the moment, all those memories that you carry in this picture, you have them all there. And if there's trauma connected to it, you're holding on to it very closely because you don't ever want this to happen to you again. And so you're very alert. If it doesn't happen to you for a while, this kind of drifts away. And you start to relax. And now you're just left with lonely. So you go, what the heck? I got to go out and meet somebody new. So you go out to one of these, places, TGIFs or someplace, where singles hang out. And you are sitting there at the bar, and kind of casting a frightened eye around the place. And there is someone, there's a prospect, and you kind of move up and say, excuse me, can I buy you a drink? And she says, well, that would be very nice. Okay, this is happening. I said, what would you like? And she says, I'd like a martini. Because she drank martinis, and that's never going to happen to me again. I wonder what else she has in common. Oh, she's got 10 fingers and 10 toes, just like her. And suddenly you're back in the earlier trauma. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And that trauma has nothing to do with this person. Nothing at all. This is a unique person here today, creating their today and into tomorrow's, except that you're carrying around all of your yesterdays in this basket. You can actually enjoy it with this person. You follow?
Yes.
Now this is an important thing to understand because serious people are serious not because of what's happening now, but because of what it reminds them of. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Something happened in the past. You ever been driving down the road and you look in your rearview mirror and there's a blinking red light on a highway patrol car coming right up behind you? Who's had that experience?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And what happens immediately after that? You go, oh, it's a police officer. Oh, you caught me red-handed. Well, that doesn't happen. What happens is, oh! Every orifice in your body shuts down, and your heart rate doubles. You start to sweat like a pig as he closes up. It is not the blinking red light that causes this. It's the fact that you've experienced it before that causes this. Are you with me?
Yeah.
You have fueled these earlier traumas so that they have power over you. And you see that blinking red light now, you don't even see this. All you know is it's something to be avoided. And you go into this psychotic, and the whole body goes into shock. Now this is important because when you talk about the prediction of human behavior and how to choose your people, it's very important that you understand that the person you're talking with can be quite bright and very emotionally connected. But it doesn't take very much to cause them to connect up with this thing that they carry on their shoulder. And now you're not dealing just with the person, you're dealing with this person's entire history. Do you follow that?
Yeah. Yes.
You have a babysitter that appears wonderful. And you meet her, and you, oh, great, come on over. The only thing is she doesn't like kids very much. As soon as she sees children, but you're not there when that happens. And you can't believe the stories your children tell you later. But look at the bruise, Dad! Serious. When interest is important because of penalty. Does it make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so how many of you here are serious about something in your life? All right, the rest of you are lying. You're just liars. You're not even paying attention. Everybody's serious about something. To how many of you is it real that if you weren't serious at all, you'd get a lot more fun out of life?
Oh, yeah.
Things would be a lot brighter. You'd actually be more competent. You wouldn't be looking for penalty all the time. You could actually find the fairway with your golf ball. You know, when a professional golfer stands up there addressing his ball, he's looking for the place in the fairway where he's going to hit it. When I stand up there, I'm looking for all the places I don't want the ball to go. I don't want it in the lake, I don't want it in the woods, I don't want it in the bunker over there, I don't want it there, I don't want it there, and so I take a wild and eventually, you know, I actually make contact with the ball. But when your attention's on so many other things, do you realize you're not going to really make forward progress with what you're trying to accomplish? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So this is something we've all got to be rid of in our life. And the reason that I bring this up early in the seminar is that, as we said earlier, information is only as useful as it can be applied. And all the information I'm going to show you from now on can be applied. Well, obviously the misunderstood word technology can be applied. But all this stuff can be applied to life. And the thing we're going to apply the material tonight to is the fact that we're all too dang serious. And we're all going to learn a little lightening up time. So how many of you is it real that if we were all a little lighter on our toes at the end of the night, the evening would have been worthwhile?
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent. Can we all agree that would be a good product?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's start with a little piece of first aid. This is spiritual first aid. This will de-seriousize you quickly. I'm going to show you a little exercise. Show me your right hand. Show me your left hand. Put them together. And hop! 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 The whole part of it. Hop! 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 And the line of the hop! Because as we're covering this material tonight, you might discover that you start to feel a little serious, in which case the hook drill can come in very handy to you. Because the only reason you're getting serious is you're reminded of your past, which means you just went psychotic. Definition of psychosis, attention stuck in the past. Serious people are serious because they're remembering yesterday. What happened then? I'm trying not to have that happen, not to have that happen. It's all pile around. Is this real to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very real. Yep.
Very real.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to do that. How many of you is it real that if you make a decision, you feel better?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Doesn't even matter if it's a wrong decision.
Yes.
Any decision is better than no decision. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there is a word crisis, which we are all well advised to learn, particularly in these days. Crisis, by definition, is a moment of decision. Moment of decision. We are at a point of crisis. We got to go this way or we got to go this way. There's nothing wrong with crisis. Life is about crisis. Life is about making decisions. You don't make decisions, you're serious. You are taking a very rocky plunge from that point forward. If you can't decide, you got no life. You're living the life of the person who's making the decisions. And that's at no time positive for you, because the less decisiveness you exercise, the more emotionally bankrupt you become. Do you make sense of this?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
That's quite a mouthful of words. But it's very, very true that we can actually spend a weekend on just the idea that by not making decisions, you make your life very complex. And you then start to resort to other people to make your decisions for you. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you see, God forbid, a psychologist. Just sends chills to think of what happens then. Most indecisive people in the world. Well, what do you think would happen if? Decisiveness. You've got to make the decision. You're driving down the road on a bicycle, and you decide to turn to the left. And you turn left, and then you run into the bridge pipe. But for that brief period, you felt fantastic. From the time of the decision to the actual moment of impact, things are sailing right along. Okay, you made the wrong decision. You can always make another decision.
That's right.
Making no decision is always the wrong thing to do.
Amen.
Because now you put yourself in somebody else's game board. You're no longer living your own life. Give me an amen on that, brothers and sisters.
Amen.
We've got a real gathering tonight. The interesting thing about serious people is they can't make a decision. Should I go this way or should I go that way? I don't know. Is that cop after me or somebody else? You ever notice when the cop finally does pull you over and tells you were speeding, you have relief? Because it could have been so many things. Oh, speeding. Oh, okay, no problem. Here's my here. You could have been there last Wednesday night. That would have been a real problem. Serious people are always indecisive people. Unserious people are making decisions. So, this is what I want you to do. A quick little exercise. Will you all help me on this?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you all to do something. I want you to do it as quickly as you can. And when you've completed it, I want you to hold your hand up. Have you got it?
Yes.
Okay, everybody touch 3 noses. Start. Excellent. Excellent. Good job.
Oh, I'm good.
That's all right. You were still in front of others. No problem. Excellent. So this is, you made a decision. Which finger? Whose nose? And you executed.
Yes.
Do you follow?
Yep.
Now what happens if you say, I'm put touching your nose, and she moved away from you, so you went, what the hell, I'll do somebody else? You changed your mind, made another decision. And the result is, yeah, okay. We didn't even get paid for it. And we're feeling better. Wow. You can actually plot this. We can put this on a graph, which we do in businesses. In business, isn't it true that all you're doing is executing things? Boom, boom, make a decision, accomplish this, accomplish, accomplish, accomplish. Many, many decisions you make through a day, you can actually plot them by statistics. This is why we manage by statistics. So we've all touched X number of noses that fast. Now, we don't know how well we're doing until we do it again. But we know we must do it faster the next time. So I'm going to ask you to do this again. I'm going to say start, and I want you to touch 3 noses twice as fast as you did it a moment ago. Ready?
Yep.
Set. Start! Hands up, everybody! Excellent. 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 Awesome.
Awesome. He said,
Yeah, you with the blood. It's okay.
so you know what? You tried to find
Well done. So we accomplished the assignment.
Right.
Yes.
And this is the way it feels in a group that's getting better, that's growing, that's expanding. You follow?
Yes.
So this works. So when I say start, we're going to do this again. I want you to touch 3 notes. Oh, no, wait a second. As soon as I put this one up, what happened?
We're getting ready.
You went, oh, no. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, my God.
Don't you touch
What happens if I get poked in the arm? I don't think I'm insured. You got serious. You get serious, and then stats go down. You get serious, and then the stock market crashes. You get serious, and then things hit the fan. Serious comes first. Psychosis comes first. Result is production crashes later. Do you follow?
Yes.
Very important. It was because you went, oh, that suddenly we would not have the same result. Interesting, hey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Serious is the great defeater here. It is the defeater of our civilization. And if I want to really get you under control, I'm going to create an environment that's full of seriousness. So you have to rely on me to make your decisions for you. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Public school system.
Public school system. Well, I can think of a few examples of this, but that's one.
Government.
Yeah. Well, how about anybody here flown lately? Been to an airport? Treating everybody like a criminal gives you a nation of criminals, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you get everybody thinking, what am I doing wrong that somebody would suspect me of wanting to bring down an airplane? You follow?
Yeah.
This happened because of 5 people, and suddenly you have millions of people every day going through this ordeal. This is a created scenario. And why is it created? Because if you can get everybody worried, well, then they're psychotic. They're much more easily controlled. As you will discover through the evening, people are all about emotion. Marketing and PR and all these subjects are all about handling emotion. As we had here, we had seriousness, and we didn't accomplish what we set out to accomplish. So, does that make sense to everybody?
Yep. Yeah.